sewing projects.
Well, Mom, on your birthday today, we wanted to remember some great fun things that you've done with us over the years. Like bingo. Woo-hoo.
And sewing projects.
And secret ingredients at the dinner table. Secret ingredients in our food.
For trips to Canada.
And an appreciation of nature that would make every other kid jealous. She delivered food on Christmas morning. Oh yeah, many trips to the airport. That's a good move.
Trips cross country with you driving to Evergreen.
Oh yeah.
Or your graduation. Coming, she came to Australia. Trips to the Hunter Valley, wine tasting. Wine tasting in the Hunter Valley. Tastes nice to me.
Wait, the baked lasagna. I'm gonna put down Dolly wig.
Dolly Wig.
Yeah, she's the one who got me the Dolly wig.
Oh, she was?
I get to be famous for a night. Everyone wanted to get their picture taken with me. You drove all the way to Washington State to go to my college. Call me Joe. I stay home. And then you got me a Dolly wig. Surprised my brother on his 30th birthday. I was so excited for him and for me. Everyone who was watching that day.
Oh, that's a good one. I remember, Mom, you got me a dog. And I remember you picked me up from school and you took me to the pet store, which I always wanted to go to after every school day. And we went inside and there was the cutest little black and white dog, just like the kind of dog I always wanted there. And I got to hold her, and then when I asked you if I could have that dog, the woman in the store said she's already yours. And that was Pepper. And that was so great. That was one of the best moments of my life. And we're now to Wi-Fi. Yes.
And I remember, Mom, when you brought me to pick fiddleheads in the woods. I thought that was the coolest thing ever, to find food and just to walk around. And you were really excited and showed me how to cut them and cook them. And I love picking fiddleheads with you.
And I remember when Francis and I were buying our house, and we were in the process of doing that, and we were living in a tent in Middlesex, and it was starting to snow, and we didn't have anywhere to go. And you let us come over anytime we wanted for anything that we needed, and we slept on your floor in the basement, or, I mean, we could have slept in bed. But you let us do whatever we need to do.
And she made us dinner.
And you made us dinner.
Making them dinner, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, now it's your turn. And Mom, I remember when you and I drove across the country to Evergreen together, and what an exciting time in my life that was. I was going to college, I was so scared, but we hopped in my Jetta and took off, and I also remember you putting graffiti on a stone in the national park in South Dakota. What was it? The Black Hills, South Dakota. Anyways, you scratched my initials into a rock, and I was mortified. And then we went to Wall Drug, and you bought me a 6-pack of Budweiser.
I don't have anything back here. Well, speaking of Francis and I buying our house, you and Tom have been constantly supportive of Francis and I, constantly giving us tools, advice, coming over and helping us install a wood stove, buying the wood stove for us, finding it, going on Craigslist, letting your fingers do the walking. You're always there for us, Mom. We really notice it.
We both remember when you took us to Bubble Rock up in Acadia, and all the really awesome trips to Canada and across the country, all over the place. You took us. I bet sometimes we were rats, but you were really sweet to do that, Mom, so thank you.
And more recently, I remember taking a French class with you down in Randolph, which was so wonderful to get to spend that time with you and practice our Francais, which I never really quite improved on, but that time with you was super special and I loved it, so thank you for that. I also remember how when we were younger you always threatened to shave your head, and that always kind of scared Jess and I. We were always a little worried that you were going to shave your head and whatever it was going to think and how scary it was. And now that you've done it, I think it's one of the most impressive things I've ever seen, and it's beautiful and I love it. Much better than the perm.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mumsy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
This YouTube video is going to go viral and not in the good sense.